Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. We love to get into some interesting stuff, and today we're going to be diving into something pretty cool. We're talking about this whole second wave of AI. Everyone's been talking about AI forever, it seems like, but what we're seeing now is not just the tech itself, but how it's actually being used, in the real world.
Yeah, it's exciting to see AI actually making a real impact.
Totally. And what's really got my attention is how certain companies are kind of like, leveraging AI to get ahead of the game.
It is fascinating to watch unfold.
We've got a handful of examples we're going to talk about today.
Huh?
Walmart, Meta Platforms, and Salesforce. Those are the ones that really kind of jumped out at me.
That's a great lineup. It's interesting because it's like thinking about the gold rush, right? The first wave was all about the tools, the picks and shovels.
I like that analogy.
But now it's all about who's actually finding the gold,
Yeah.
And that's where these companies come in.
So they're the prospectors staking their claim in the AI gold rush.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, let's start with, well, I got to say, Walmart kind of threw me for a loop. Walmart,
Yeah.
like the retail giant. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of them as, like an AI leader.
I know, right? You don't immediately think cutting edge tech when you hear Walmart.
But they're actually like the most upgraded stock going into 2025,
Yeah.
which is kind of wild when you think about it.
It is. And a lot of that is tied directly to how they're using AI.
Okay, so what are they doing that's so special? Like, give us the scoop.
It's not just about, boosting profits, although they're doing a pretty good job at that too.
Of course.
They're really focused on using AI to actually create a better experience for their customers. And that's what's setting them apart.
Customer experience, that's smart. Okay, so how are they doing that?
Well, for starters, think about their supply chain. It's massive. They're using AI to predict, what people are going to want to buy even before they even know they want it.
But wait, hold on. How is that even possible? That sounds like some next level stuff.
Yeah. It is pretty amazing. They've got these AI systems that are crunching tons of data, past sales, what's trending on social media, all sorts of things.
Oh, wow, so like tapping into the collective consciousness or something?
Pretty much. Let's say there's a toy that suddenly goes viral on TikTok. Walmart's AI is going to pick up on that, like that, and tell them to stock up, get ready for the rush.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
So no more empty shelves, happy customers, everyone wins.
Exactly. It's a brilliant strategy.
It's like they're using social media to manage their inventory, which I never would have thought of.
Right. It's really innovative. And it's not just about, keeping the shelves full. It's about making the whole shopping experience smoother and more personalized.
Yeah, personalization is huge these days. People want to feel like, they're being catered to.
Right. So they're using AI to give you recommendations that actually make sense for you, based on what you've bought before or even just browsed.
Oh, so it's like those customers who bought this also bought that suggestions, but way more sophisticated.
Exactly. It's like having a personal shopper in your pocket who knows exactly what you like.
I like the sound of that.
And the best part is, it's working. Walmart's margins are improving, they're generating tons of cash, and that means they can reward their shareholders with dividends and buybacks.
Investors love that kind of stuff. It's a virtuous cycle.
Totally. And all this while other grocery giants like Kroger and Albertsons are, well, having a tough time even getting a merger to work.
It's like they're stuck in the slow lane while Walmart is zooming past.
That's one way to put it. They're really using AI to stay ahead of the curve, and their competitors, well, not so much.
It's a good lesson for any business, I think.
Adapt or get left behind.
Right. All right, let's talk about another company that's pushing boundaries. I'm talking about Meta. I mean, I use their platforms every day, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. So I'm curious, how are they using AI in this second wave kind of way?
Well, Meta's really going all in on AI. They're using it to boost engagement and, let's be honest, to make more money.
I mean, that's the name of the game, right?
It is. And they're using AI for everything, from content moderation to targeted advertising, and of course, their big bet on the metaverse.
Ah, the metaverse. Now that's where AI gets really futuristic, right?
Totally. They're using AI to create these immersive experiences in the metaverse. Think about it. AI-powered avatars that move and react like real people, realistic simulations of places you could actually visit virtually, and even AI assistants that guide you through this whole new digital world.
I mean, it sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But haven't their metaverse investments been costing them a fortune?
They have, but here's the thing. Even though it's a big expense right now, analysts see it as a smart, long-term investment.
Interesting. So they're playing the long game.
Exactly. They're betting that the metaverse, powered by AI, is the future of how we connect and interact. And their partnership with Oracle for AI model training shows just how seriously they're taking this.
So they're basically saying we're in it to win it, and AI is our secret weapon.
Precisely. They're not just dipping their toes in the water here. They're diving headfirst into the AI pool.
Okay, I got to ask, before we move on to Salesforce, with all this AI, analyzing our every move, are there any privacy concerns we should be thinking about?
That is a really great question, and honestly, a topic for a whole other deep dive, you know?
Yeah, I bet.
But I think the key takeaway here is that while AI can be incredibly beneficial, we need to be aware of how our data is being used. That's the bottom line.
For sure. Okay, let's talk about Salesforce now. I know they're big on CRM, but how does that tie into AI? I'm not really seeing the connection.
Salesforce has actually been quietly becoming a leader in AI-powered CRM. They've been at it for a while now.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Yeah, they're using data mining and machine learning to help businesses, really understand their customers, personalize their interactions, and basically make their customers happier.
So they're using AI to make CRM more, I don't know, more human.
You got it. That's a great way to put it. For example, they have this tool called Einstein-led scoring,
Wow.
and it uses AI to figure out, which potential customers are most likely to buy.
That sounds super useful.
It is. It's like having a virtual sales guru whispering in your ear saying, hey, focus on this one. They're ready to sign on the dotted line.
Oh, that's awesome. No more chasing dead-end leads.
Exactly. And it's not just about making sales, it's about making those sales the right way. By understanding their customers better, businesses can tailor their interactions to be more personal and relevant.
It's all about that personal touch. People want to feel valued.
Exactly. So it's about using AI to create a win-win for both the business and the customer.
I love that. Everybody wins. Okay, so Salesforce is clearly onto something.
Definitely. And it's working for them. They had a strong Q3 performance,
Yeah.
and their new dividend is making them a company that a lot of investors are keeping a close eye on.
The dividend, huh? That definitely catches my attention.
Mm.
So we've got Walmart using AI to dominate retail, Meta's betting big on the metaverse, and Salesforce is quietly revolutionizing CRM.
It's pretty amazing to see how AI is being used in such different ways.
Right. It seems like this second wave of AI is touching every corner of the business world.
It really is. And what I think is so fascinating is that each company is using AI in its own unique way. There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
It's about finding the right AI tools for the job
Yeah.
and using them in a way that aligns with your specific goals.
Precisely. And I think that's what makes the second wave so exciting. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about the creativity and ingenuity with which these companies are applying it.
It's like AI is giving them superpowers,
Yeah.
and it's up to them to figure out how to use them responsibly and effectively.
I like that analogy.
AI superpowers, that's what we're talking about today, folks.
It is a bit like that. The possibilities are truly endless. And that's what I find so exciting about all that. It's not just about the tech itself. It's about how these companies are using it. It's about creativity and ingenuity.
Yeah, it's like AI is giving them a whole new set of tools, and they're figuring out all these cool ways to use them.
Exactly. And speaking of cool ways to use AI, let's circle back to Walmart for a minute.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about their supply chain and personalized shopping, but is there more?
There is. They're also experimenting with AI for something called workforce management.
Workforce management. Okay, now that sounds kind of like a buzzword. What does that actually mean?
Well, think about everything that goes into managing a massive workforce like Walmart has. Scheduling shifts, assigning tasks, even things like tracking employee performance. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a huge logistical challenge.
It is. And they're exploring how AI can help streamline all those processes, make them more efficient, and hopefully, make work better for their employees too.
That's interesting. So how does that work in practice? Does everyone have an AI boss now?
Not quite. It's more about AI assisting managers, not replacing them.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So, for example, AI can help create schedules that take into account employee availability and preferences, making sure everyone's getting the hours they need while also making sure the store is properly staffed.
I can see how that would be super helpful. Less stress for everyone involved.
Right. It just makes everything run smoother.
Okay, but I do have to ask, with this kind of AI being used in the workplace, is there a risk? Could it be used to, I don't know, exploit workers or make decisions that aren't in their best interests?
That's a really important question. And honestly, it's a conversation we need to be having as AI becomes more prevalent in the workplace.
For sure.
Walmart's argument is that these tools are designed to empower employees, not control them. So, for instance, AI can help identify, areas where an employee might need additional training, giving them a chance to develop new skills and maybe even advance within the company.
Okay, so it's more about using AI to create a more supportive and empowering work environment.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance,
Right.
between efficiency and employee well-being, using AI in a way that benefits everyone.
That's the ideal scenario for sure.
It is. All right, should we shift gears back to Meta for a bit?
Let's do it. We talked about their AI-powered metaverse dreams, but what about the platforms they already have? Facebook, Instagram, all that. How is AI changing how we use those?
Well, remember how we were talking about Walmart using AI to create that personalized shopping experience?
Yeah.
Meta is doing the same thing, but with your social media experience.
Interesting. So is that like suggesting friends or groups I might like?
That's part of it, but it goes way deeper than that. Meta's AI analyzes your activity, your interests, even who you interact with,
Hmm.
to create a feed that's tailored specifically to your tastes.
Okay, so it's all about keeping you scrolling, keeping you engaged, and ultimately keeping you seeing those ads.
You got it. That's a big part of it, for sure. But it's not just about, ad revenue and engagement. They're also using AI for content moderation, trying to identify and remove harmful content like hate speech or misinformation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a huge challenge.
It is a massive challenge, but AI is playing a key role in trying to make these platforms safer.
It seems like a never-ending battle, though, right? There's always some new form of harmful content popping up.
You're right, it's an ongoing challenge. And it raises some important questions about the role of AI in shaping online discourse.
That's a whole other conversation we could have.
It is, but you can't deny that AI is becoming a more and more important tool for content moderation, and Meta is investing heavily in making it as effective as possible.
I see. So it's like a constant arms race.
In a way, yes. Okay, so we've got Walmart personalizing the shopping experience, Meta's personalizing the social media experience. It seems like AI is becoming the ultimate personal shopper and content curator.
I never thought of it that way, but you're right. It's all about tailoring our digital experiences to us as individuals.
That's the power of AI. But remember, this personalization comes at a price.
Our data.
Exactly. It's a trade-off we have to be aware of.
We get a more personalized experience, but we give up some of our privacy in the process.
That's the reality, and it's something we need to be thinking about and discussing more as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
Definitely. Okay, before we move on from Meta, I want to touch on their advertising business.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's a huge part of their operation.
I mean, they are masters of targeted advertising, and AI seems like it would be a perfect fit for that.
You're absolutely right. AI is the engine that powers their incredibly effective advertising machine. Their algorithms analyze your demographics, your interests, your online behavior, everything to deliver ads that are hyper-targeted to you.
So if I'm constantly liking posts about hiking and craft beer, I'm going to see ads for outdoor gear and local breweries.
Exactly. They're not showing you random ads. They're showing you ads that are tailored to what you're interested in.
It's both impressive and a little creepy how much they know about us.
I know. It can be a bit unnerving, but it's also incredibly effective. That's what makes Meta billions of dollars every year. And as AI gets even smarter, those ads are only going to get more precise and more persuasive.
It's almost like they can read our minds. All right, let's switch gears and talk about Salesforce. You mentioned they're using AI to make CRM more human. Can you give us some specific examples of how they're actually doing that?
Sure. One great example is their use of AI-powered chatbots for customer service. We've all experienced that frustration of waiting on hold forever, just trying to get help with something simple.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. It's the worst.
Right. So Salesforce's chatbots are designed to handle those routine inquiries quickly and efficiently.
That makes so much sense.
And it frees up human agents to focus on more complex issues.
So if I'm locked out of my account or I need to track a package, I can just chat with a bot instead of waiting on hold forever.
Exactly. It's a win-win for both the customer and the business. Customers get faster service, and businesses can lower their customer service costs.
I like it.
And it's not just about speed, it's also about personalization. These chatbots can actually access your account information and past interactions, so they can give you tailored solutions, based on your specific needs.
It's like having a 247 personal customer service agent.
Exactly. But what about those times when you really need to talk to a human? Do those chatbots ever get things wrong?
That's a good point.
Of course. No technology is perfect. There are always going to be times when a chatbot just can't handle a more complex issue. But even in those cases, the chatbot can gather information and pass it on to a human agent.
So it's not about replacing human interaction entirely. It's about making those interactions more efficient and more effective.
Precisely. It's about finding that balance between technology and that human touch.
Okay, I'm really starting to see the value of AI in CRM now.
It's powerful stuff.
It's not just about automating tasks, it's about using AI to create a better experience for everyone.
Exactly. And Salesforce is really at the forefront of this whole movement. They're proving that AI can be a force for good in the business world.
I'm convinced. Salesforce is definitely a company to watch. They're not just keeping up with the AI revolution, they're leading it.
I agree. And I think this leads perfectly into our next topic, the bigger picture of this second wave of AI and what it means for businesses and society as a whole.
Okay, yeah, let's zoom out a little bit. Take a look at the forest, not just the trees. What are the key takeaways here from our dive into Walmart, Meta, and Salesforce?
All right, so I think one of the biggest takeaways is that AI is not just a nice to have anymore. It's becoming a must have for any business that wants to stay competitive.
The snooze you lose, right?
Pretty much. It doesn't matter if you're a retail giant like Walmart or a social media powerhouse like Meta or a CRM leader like Salesforce. AI is transforming how businesses operate and interact with their customers.
Yeah, it really is becoming essential. And, it's not just about adopting AI for the sake of it.
Right, it's got to have a purpose.
It's about finding the right AI solutions for your specific business needs and then using those strategically to reach your goals.
So it's not just about the tech. It's about the vision and strategy behind it. Exactly. The companies that are really succeeding with AI aren't just, throwing technology at the wall and hoping something sticks. They're really thinking carefully about how AI can help them solve specific problems. How can it improve efficiency? How can it create a better experience for their customers and employees? That's what it's all about.
I see what you're saying. It's like AI is a tool, and it's up to us to use it wisely.
That's a great way to put it. And just like any tool, AI can be used for good or bad. It's really our responsibility to make sure it's used ethically and responsibly to build a better future for everyone.
Okay, so with that in mind, as we move into this AI-driven future, what advice would you give to businesses that are maybe, just starting to explore the potential of AI? What are the key things they should be thinking about?
That's a great question. I think the most important thing is to start small.
Don't try to boil the ocean.
Exactly. Don't try to become like a fully AI-powered company overnight. Identify one specific problem or opportunity where AI could really make a difference, and then start experimenting there.
Okay, so start with a pilot project, learn from it, and then gradually scale things up as you gain more confidence and expertise.
Exactly. That's the best approach.
Makes sense. What else? What else should businesses be thinking about?
Well, you need the right people involved, right? You need a team with the skills and knowledge to implement and manage AI solutions properly.
So invest in training and development. Get your people up to speed.
Absolutely. And don't forget about data. AI is only as good as the data you feed it. So you need to make sure you have clean, accurate, and relevant data for those AI algorithms to work with.
Okay, so start small, build the right team, focus on data quality. Got it. Anything else?
One last thing, don't be afraid to experiment and iterate.
Keep trying new things.
Yeah. The field of AI is constantly evolving. What works today might not work tomorrow. You have to be willing to try new things, learn from those mistakes, and just keep refining your AI strategy.
It's like the agile approach to software development, but for AI.
Exactly. Be adaptable, flexible, and always be learning.
I like it.